Alright guys, we're doing a Madden 22 Detroit Lions rebuild on franchise mode. Right now we're in the 2022 NFL Draft and see who we pick up.
Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Dolphins now on the clock. The Lions on the clock now. The Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on. The Panthers now on the clock. The Lions on the clock now. What direction will they go? All right, now on the clock, the Texans.
It's Madden NFL 22, where division rivals will clash in the NFC. It's the Vikings and the Lions coming up next.
Here's the Lions kicker, Austin Seibert, to do the honors, and we are underway now at Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
On first down, here's Mon. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Handoff comes to Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Ron going to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. With it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. 2nd and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That second down play nets a -4. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He hits Adams complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They start the drive with Cook. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24, Mon. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Come on now, let's go. When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Levi Onwuzurike. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Mond out of the shotgun. And the catch made by Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 40 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Lions, nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And now this pass brought in by Brown. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
A give. This is Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The kick by Gould is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
It's a pickup of 3.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flush to his right, and it's complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Here's Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Mond looks to throw on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are underway in the second half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Being chased out left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were. 982 and counting.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. quick slant to Brown. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On second down, Cook. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mon. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 61 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Time for another look at this Lions offense. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They go play action here. Mon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Mon. And incomplete on the deep ball. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. And Gold is able to put it through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take it through.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On first down, it's Cook, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him start.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and long. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they touchdown. It's complete. Devontae Adams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now if they convert the extra point, the Lions will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mon. Cook with a first down and much. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Mon trying to get his guys to work quickly. Back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try. You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Mond out of the shotgun. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss of 6 yards. 3 and out.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, what a move. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
The players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end of each. It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Jags, next on Madden Football.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall select. Of the 2016 draft from Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
A big play that time through the air, 35 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. No,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Oh, he pulls over him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He hits Adams complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. And in for the Lions touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
6. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Ooh, with a juke.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Back to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Being chased out left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Swift again. And this time he is in. Yes. DeAndre Swift. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Clay Brooks to return it. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Man, that ain't make no
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now Lawrence on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he'll let this one go deep for Shark. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Slant to Adams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Davante Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Ravens were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Pats trying to even their mark at 1-1 after dropping their opener a week ago. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Flush to his right. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
Here we go. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
What was that, Russ?
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go.
A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 46. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards the pick up there. On play action, Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Touchdown! Laviska Chenault, 29 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Well, now this pass brought in by Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's an
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2nd and 9 now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Jags are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Lawrence to throw. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Sharks got it, left side.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Chark with a completion along the sideline. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Lawrence going to throw again. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Looking to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 12. 1:13 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Pass complete to Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and then some. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. On 1st down, Lawrence. Caught by Jones. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Lawrence on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more like that downfield. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jets and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they...
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big connection on that one, 31 yards. He'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, but it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on now, let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here? And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson and Davis with it left side. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 78 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Flushed out right. His throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Detroit. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. 7-7, our score after one. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just get the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Trey Flower. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they escape. And now, as with every potential turnover, so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Wilson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now Wilson. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Michael Brockers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Third and long. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. It's caught here by Adams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And they're going to speed things up here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again, eluding the pressure right. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll run with Swift, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Simon up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Simon now to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Adams, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's... They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And you know what they all do? They all keep kind of a book. You know, what the defenders do, what their moves are, their best things. And he wants to be able to refer to that book and beat one guy at a time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Seibert now to kick this thing away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move. First down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson on the catch. It's Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They went backwards fourth. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
31.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Slant to Adams. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
Davis fighting. He loses the football, and the Lions have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Forced out to his left. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England